What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Sharp Sports Media. And the New York Mets, they take 2 of 3 from Cincinnati at Cincinnati, winning the first game 7-4. Unfortunately, dropping the second game 1-0. And then tonight, with a big comeback fashion win by the score of 8-3. And it was a much-needed win here, as the worries and the cries and the low Mets, they were starting to rise, and boom, how quickly they shut up after this big win and had that comeback by this New York Mets team. And we'll start with the first game. Overall, solid game after coming off offense was hit and miss in that Texas series at home. Nimmo hits a big bomb, Lindor with a bomb. Walker had a decent game, wasn't at his best, wasn't at his worst. So solid, and then solid relief outings from the bullpen. So, can't complain there. Just a good overall win. You got offense, you got home runs, you got the small ball. I mean, pitching could have been a little better from Walker, but, kept you in the game, was decent, especially after the last couple of outings he had. He's not always going to be this ace kind of guy. So that outing once in a while, especially where you're still winning, not the worst thing in the world. Yeah. So overall, solid win. First game, second game was tough. And this is why it started coming again. The haters and the worries started coming again. It's because of you couldn't score with runners in scoring position. You don't score, you get shut out at Cincinnati. Small ballpark, terrible pitching team against a guy who had a ERA in the 5s to start that day. Very, very tough. And especially when you get Max Scherzer back. And that's the only positive from that game is Max Scherzer. Because, oh my God, he has not missed a beat. Mad Max is back, and it changes the entire rotation. It completely changes it. Because now you push Bassett back so he doesn't have to be the ace. He takes a lot of stress off him, which I think is much needed for Bassett to go back to that earlier form that we saw in the year from him where he was lights out. Walker's going to continue, hopefully, to be lights out. Carrasco could continue to bounce back. He bumps down the order. Peterson in that 5 hole, still solid. And now you don't have to worry about Trevor Williams. Now, he is still making one more start. He will start tomorrow. But I'm okay with this for one reason. That's because they're doing it to push back Max Scherzer so he doesn't play against Miami. Plays the first game against the Braves the series after. So if that's Trevor Williams' last start for us this year, I'm okay with that. But yeah, it was starting. They couldn't score with runners in scoring position. And you know what that sounds like? It sounds like the 2020 Mets. It sounds like the 2021 Mets, where they could hit, but they couldn't get the guys home. You leave them out there, stranded. And you started to get flashbacks and like nightmares, like So to really bounce back this game, and it wasn't like that at first, only having 2 runs and down in the 9th, couldn't really drive anybody home again. The hits were, we had double their hits going into the 9th. Double. And we still were down 3-2. Peterson looked shaky today. He's been very solid for us. Just had a kid. So I'm not going to put too much into this game. Was able to get out of some trouble when he really had walked 3 batters in a row. Got the pickoff, which was huge by Nito. Huge. And then Medina who is the star of this game. Might go a little unnoticed, but Medina has been a rock in this. Now, I wouldn't say he's one of our best relievers, but he has been when he has been needed, he has come up the best. That's when his biggest stuff and most brightest moments of the year have shown up. The Dodgers save today, where he has to go 3+ innings because Peterson had a shaky day, and he closes the door on the Reds. So this guy has been phenomenal for us. He's got to be a part of your bullpen. You had Holderman come in for an inning. A little shaky, but he still ended up not giving up a run. He's been solid for us this year. And in the 9th, Nimmo gets on, and then Marte with the double. And questionable call whether it was fair or foul. I thought it was fair if you look slowly. But anyway, you get the call. Marte with a huge hit, and then Mets are undefeated in extra innings. You get a big hit from Dom. Dom has been great. We'll go into that in a second. And then they walk Guillorme and James McCann. Who? The guy who's hitting under 190? James McCann comes up with a RBI double, and great job by Nimmo to help hit Dom Smith on the slide. Hey, take the inside of the plate, not the outside. Otherwise, he would have been out. Gives us 4 runs, because then Nimmo goes and hits a 3-run bomb, his second 3-run bomb of the series, which was fantastic to see. But Dom has really, since being called back up, we've been talking about getting a DH, and besides bullpen, DH is probably one of our biggest needs, and you really haven't gotten any production. You had to send Dom Smith down, but he's come up and he's produced very well since coming back up. Since he's been up, he's had 22 plate appearances. He's got 7 hits, 4 doubles. Now, I know he doesn't have a home run, and you would like to see that, but you know what? From the production you're getting right now, I'll take it. He's hitting 318, 318 on base, 500 slug for an 818 OPS. I will take that from Dom Smith right now. And some people are like, good, raise his value and then trade him. Would I be opposed to trading him? No, but I wouldn't trade him. I would, if you're gonna go get a DH bat, I would try to trade some maybe like prospects in the 15 to 20 range. Trade maybe 1 or 2 of those, and just keep him for the end of the year. Maybe trade him at the end of the year when you get a little more, when you can work a little more with your prospects, bring some of them up to start the year. You might have Beatty, you might have Alvarez, so you have a little more depth. So, I don't know about trading, but he's definitely really helped that DH spot, because JD has been struggling the past 2 weeks. And Dom, he's really been shining the past 2 weeks, and he's starting to take over as that main DH guy. But overall, solid series, Max Scherzer being, and that was tough. That was just so tough to watch. Max Scherzer get no help at all. Watch it. It felt like a Jacob deGrom performance, because he had the outside fastball going, then the slider, the cutter to the lefties, and then once in a while, when you thought you got up on a count, you buy a fastball, 3-1 count, or 2-1, or 3-0. Well, he'll throw a little changeup on you inside, freeze you, then you're like, oh, what am I looking for now? And then get you with the fastball. He was fantastic in that outing. If you look at his numbers, he's having some career numbers in this year, which is ludicrous. In his Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Fame career, he's having some of his best numbers this year for the New York Mets. He's going to be worth every penny, I'm telling you. He's going to be worth every single penny the New York Mets paid him. He's going to be worth it. He is going to be worth it, I'm telling you. And also, Jacob deGrom made his first rehab start in St. Lucie against Single A. Ooh, I felt bad for those kids. Faces 6 kids, hit one batter, but out of 6 batters, 5 of them strikeouts. I mean, you're going up there as a kid, just kind of looking at the best pitcher in the world, just looking like Anakin Skywalker to Revenge of the Sith against the kids. I saw that meme a lot, and it resonated, because it was slaughter. It was absolute slaughter, and he's hopefully close to coming back, and hopefully be back before the end of July, and it just changes your lineup ridiculously. So you get the series win, which is much needed. You needed this series win. You need to keep winning series, especially against these teams that are not very good. Now you go to Miami for a 4-game series. It's a must win. You got to take 3 of 4. Miami, not a bad team. They're kind of like the middle tier. They're coming up, and you're gonna have to face Alcantara in that last game, and it's gonna be tough. Listen, Alcantara right now is probably the best pitcher in the league right now, in my opinion. He's been absolutely ridiculous. Goes so late into games and gets better as the game goes on. So it's like when you have deGrom on the mound, the other team. Listen, you're not gonna get many opportunities. When you get them, you got to capitalize. When you get men on base, you have to capitalize, like they did in the 9th and 10th inning. And I think that's a huge those last 2 innings were huge for us, the 9th and the 10th, because you saw it game 2 of this series and most of this game, you couldn't score runners in scoring position. And I think slumps are going to happen, but I think it was really starting to get to the guys in the clubhouse, and to just let loose in that, tie the game in the ninth and let loose in the 10th. I think it's a huge win, huge for the confidence, huge for momentum, and I think they can start to rise out of this little slump that this team is in. And it not so much hitting wise, just getting hit, situational hitting. Like Pete was 4 or 5 today, but when runners were on, he couldn't get the hit in the ninth. Popped up. Jeff McNeil popped up. So, just making sure your situational hitting is going, and when you get a win like that, I think it really boosts your confidence and can help. So, looking forward to this big series against Miami, and then after that, you got the Braves. So, big series before the All-Star break, and we'll be here to break it all down. If you got you like my opinions, you hate them, let me know on Twitter at jsharf_1216. It'll be in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the other side.